Hi Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising. Welcome to your July prediction. We will do your tarot reading here, and if you want to know about what the astrology is doing and how we can make the most productive use of this month, then I will link that video in the comments in the description box, so you can check it out. Also, I will be using different combinations of decks for each zodiac sign, so make sure to watch your Sun, Moon and Rising to get the comprehensive picture, and the other card decks might have more information for you for your month as well. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, that's a lot, but let's see. We have first notice. Then we have play. Then we have the moon. Wow, okay. We have first love. And we also have fairy worlds. Should bring these here. We have Seven of Pentacles. Okay. We have Death and Rebirth, Queen of Swords. We got a lot of cards. We have Three of Pentacles, Two of Cups, along with that first love, okay. And we have Page of Pentacles. Okay. So there can be a meeting with someone, you're developing a stronger connection with someone, there is a grounded energy to this month, but you are working through something, or you are finding a sense of rebirth from a difficult situation. The moon talks about things that were unseen before, or seem very different from the usual humdrum. The moon also talks about intuition, the instinct, and also the mother figure. So there can have been some emotional breakthroughs with notice as well. It is sort of something coming into your alert, into your mindset, or you are in an alert mindset in the month, because Queen of Swords also talks about having a very healthy mind, having a logical and clear perspective, having also the vision for the future, and making any necessary changes that need to happen in order to make that vision a reality. Working on something, spending time on something, you're investing your time, effort and energy into something important to you. This can also be work coming into focus, because we have Three Pentacles here, learning something new, taking extra courses in order to up-level your skills or your contribution within a team. The Queen of Swords can also represent a leader figure, or there can be a transformation of the leader figure. Perhaps they get a promotion, or you get another authority, and they are as well a very guiding light during this time. There can be this learning something new could be their requirement as well, but you're keeping your mind open, because the Page of Pentacles is very open-minded, because it's super curious about what it is going to discover, and what you find along the journey can also be something as an additional resource for your team, or otherwise in your passions as well, because what we learn in one area of our lives does not need to be restricted to that area, right? It bleeds into the other things, because we as people are shifting through our interactions environmentally and also with people. So fairy worlds can also talk about some illusions coming to the surface, or you recognizing that there is so much more deeper than just the surface level interactions. There can be, again, the Two of Cups can talk about someone in your usual environment, and could be just some other person, but to you, you vibe with them differently, you connect with them differently. There is more of a stronger foundation there, even if there is no logical explanation for it yet. You just have a feeling, you have a knowing of where you want to go, how you want to spend your time, and what can you do today in order to make your dreams a reality. There can be someone that motivates you throughout this month as well. It can be a best friend, it can be just someone close as a confidant, whomever you feel most comfortable, who is guiding you, motivating you, and helping you through this month. There is a lot of clarity you gain as well with the death and rebirth. You understand why some things need to go or needed to go in order to make way for bigger and better things for your journey. Okay. Page of Pentacles also gives me the curious and the playful vibe. In the Three of Pentacles, you can have quite a bit of fun in your workplace, your team. There can be changes in the team as well if you don't enjoy being in the team that you're in at the moment. But it talks about just having good, harmonious connections and relationships overall. We have the Devil. Speaking of the shadows, death and rebirth is here, and the moon was also there. So all of it kind of correlates or are in the same category as the Devil as well. So they are the shadower side of the life. They show you difficult things, they show you challenges, so that you're not stopped even by that, so that you keep shining despite that. You are able to uncover lost parts of yourself, separated parts of yourself, and instead of running away from difficulties, there is the need to embrace it, like with the Two of Cups, such that the love spreads throughout. The first love can also be talking about you regaining more inner love, peace, and balance. The Devil is also the Capricornian card, so that is very good for career and long-term growth. It's about not being afraid of hurdles and difficulties and challenges that can show up along the way. Instead, surviving through that, persevering through that, and not backing down no matter what. Okay, then we have Root of the Powers of Earth. That is the Ace of Pentacles, which is again very gorgeous for new income sources or establishing a stronger roots in an existing income source. Okay, then new business opportunities as well as possible. Then we have Seven of Cups, seduction, Venus in Scorpio. We have Judgment. That's the fire signs. And we have Princess of Discs, or the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Earth and Earth. So there's so much mention of the Earth. Now, Seven of Cups with the seduction, there can be this, when you look into the future, there are many things you feel can be possible for you, and it might be difficult to pinpoint on one particular direction, and there can be some overthinking in that, or also taking into account that you don't know too much about each of these different options available to you. So it's hard to make a solid choice at the moment, even if you want to. The basic desire here is to move into an elevated way of living or being, or in terms of your career or relationships. But at the same time, you're not rushing, because the Seven of Pentacles is grounded and things will happen in its own time. And you fretting over the situation will not make it any better. There will be things that you do not understand as of yet, but as you explore different options bit by bit, you can discover more about it. But don't rush through the process, because it's more important to make the right choice at this time, especially if it is something long term. If we are talking about different hobbies you could try, that's also possible, but at the same time, you're looking for this new hobby or new interest to continue for the future. Queen of Swords is very oriented to the future, and the Death and Rebirth is something very profound, something that deeply transforms and changes. So whatever you find in this month is not going to be very temporary. It will be something that sparks your curiosity. It's something that you will explore, or something you will connect with throughout the month. It brings you a lot of clarity into your different and difficult situations of the past, and it also brings resolution moving forward. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, we have Fusion. which is very Two of Cups again. We have the telescope, Box P2, and supernova. Hang on. Seeing things closer, or seeing faraway things closer. So once again, that brings up the topic of faraway things or distant things that you separated from yourself, the parts that have been disintegrated from you at some point in your life. You are seeing it from a different perspective, a closer perspective, and that is helping you unite better. And this can also be referring to looking into the future at the long-term vision, because the telescope can see way far into the distance with a lot more clarity, and that is being brought into focus again. Supernova is about unleashing yourself and feeling more creative, or allowing your creativity to flow, allowing your actual nature to shine instead of overthinking about it, or trying to suppress it, or trying to manipulate it to appear in a different manner which would be more socially approved. It feels like letting your light shine and you're kind of bursting forth from your center. Okay. Yes, so communication is key. It invites us to communicate with either ourselves or others in a conscious and harmonious way by acknowledging the majestic power of words and language. Yeah, and then it moves on to say the thoughts and words directly influence our vibrational state. So what you were trying to create, the clear vision, the future that you want to be creating, the clearer your vision and your intent, the faster things can come for you. The faster things can be aligned for you as well, because with the fusion there, it looks like meant to be situations, more destined and fated connections coming towards you in July here. Okay. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. July. Again, we see Earth. Really good for finances, in balance. This is my Libra card, so you're here as well. You might have some important Earth placements or Scorpio placements. Maybe check those out as well. This is very good for stability and security. But in this case, I feel like you're finding the security. You're rooting yourself in a vision, in a dream, and you're rooting yourself more securely in who you are as well. Imbalance talks about, much more in flow. You're considering different options, but at the same time, you're not losing sight of what is really important. Your soul shines, that bursting forth feeling with the supernova again being reaffirmed. That is very good. More talk about how your spirit wants to express itself through you. You can receive a lot of inspiration, or you can find yourself having new dreams or changing your priorities moving forward, and you want to feel more grounded. Okay. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, July. We have Pluto, 10th house, and Aries. Aries is that authority figure we were talking about. It can also signify you taking the initiative, feeling empowered, and embracing yourself, clearing your identity, and having a very clear idea of who you are, what is important to you, where you're headed, who you want to be associated with, and so on. With Pluto, we talked about the transformation. Scorpio energy is very strong here. We did have the eclipses in Scorpio and Taurus, so I see that being emphasized here for you and some of the other zodiacs very heavily. So if you have not checked out the eclipse readings, you can do so. They're all there on my channel. That can give you a lot of insights of what actually happened back then and how that is rippling into your future now. Okay, then we have the 10th house, which talks about career and also the legacy, what do you want to create for tomorrow, for tomorrow's generations. It's also where Capricorn generally sits, so career is very much brought into focus in July here. Either you're choosing to, or it simply has a lot of different options and opportunities out there for you. So you can hear a lot of things. Pages can deliver messages, so there can be a lot of communication back and forth. Okay. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Some more charms. Okay. So we have the peace symbol, which also I associate with Libra actually, because you're all about harmony and making peace, and you just mend bridges. Okay, then we have the Magician, we have the Sun, we have the King of Swords. Yes, the rational thinking, logical thinking. Your mind is just very gorgeous this month. Three of Cups, reason to celebrate. We have the Butterfly, which represents transformation, which is Scorpio, and death and rebirth again. Wow, so a lot of things shifting for you this month, looks like. We have D and H. Okay, so these initials can mean something specific to you. You're also asking questions. You have an investigative mind with the King of Swords. Three of Cups can tell me that you're getting either a promotion, or you have new teams or new projects that you enjoy even more, and it feels like the work you are doing is aligning you to a better tomorrow, so you feel much more secure with that. With the Page of Pentacles, coming twice in this reading as well. I mean, this is great, the synchronicities. There's so much success with the Sun here, so much happiness and feeling of achievement. Magician is taking matters into your own hands, not backing down like we saw before. And you're stepping into your own power, you're letting yourself unleash, you're unlocking infinite potential. So whatever you set your mind to basically in this month, you are very likely to achieve those things because you're starting off on the right foot. That's what it feels like. The right people will be there around you, surrounded by friends and company who love you and you love them. So it's a very wonderful time. There is some Gemini fuel going on, or Mercury fuel, because there's so much communication and also the mind going on. So the Three of Cups can be talking about you talking with your siblings or connecting with them on a much deeper level as well. There can be some pieces of advice they have to give to you, or you have to give to them. The more elder or more experienced one is going to be sharing something. There's also the child, allowing the inner child to flourish and grow and come out and play. Okay, so that playfulness is again coming out. You will spend some good times outside, earthy, so there can be some going into nature and grounding yourself and so on. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Libras. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope this reading gave you a lot of insights for your month ahead. Make sure to check your sun, moon, and rising and astrology as well for more information. I will see you there. Until next time, take care. Bye.